Johannes Scheider still leading the VWs with almost 1 lap in hand after 16 hours of racing. There's the team Michael Bardekar in 4th at the moment. Back in the VW camp. Drivers waiting for a tyre change. Let's change the driver at the same time. Abt handing over to Jürgen Hohenester. Well, Karl-Heinz Goldstein telling us right now we're heading for victory. I hope we'll get the refueling and pit stop problems under control. I think without any further technical problems, we'll be able to make it. His driver, Christian Abt, now fastest man on the track, despite these terrible conditions. Number 4 Golf DTI, Ludwig Damminger now, already up to 9th after that had engine damage. And the pit stop. Coming up for the 114, so 115 takes position number 115 of the 133 starters. Into the pits. 28. No driver change, but they have got problems with the ABS braking, the anti-block braking system, due to that qualifying accident. We don't need to translate that for you. Not a happy pit stop for the race leaders, as Sabine Reck told us. It did take a bit longer than usual, she said. We had a problem with the tools and, well, you could see for yourself.
Mechaniker hatte Probleme mit der Ratsch, die hat auf einmal den Geist aufgegeben. Ja, und der hat halt auch auf die Uhr geguckt und wollte wieder raus, so schnell wie möglich.
A big problem with the ABS and we had to work on it. So in 4th place at the moment, the Belgian crew of Baunier Ebert. He's 3 laps behind the leading car. And in 5th place, the Volvo 850 TS of Heiko Motorsport. There it is. One of the Tom Walkinshaw prepared estate cars of 2 years ago, passing the 170 there. Both the GTIs of the ADAC Saxon-Anhalt region with new English gearboxes. Number 5 taking 3rd place at the moment. Out come the pace cars, because number 66 is retiring after 19 hours of engine failure. There's only a local pace car. He's pulled in, and they give him the go-ahead to continue racing on that sector of the track. So there's the standings after 16 hours of the 24, and just look at that, still up front despite that ABS problem, the BMW of the 1996 winners. And one thing you can say about the Nurburgring 24 is it's a truly international event. Competitors from 18 countries, among them New Zealand, Canada and Japan. The team that's made the longest journey here is the Australian Fortec Motorsports team with the Ford Falcon. We talked to Lyndon Reithmuller.
We live in Sydney. The 3 of us come from Sydney in Australia, and we're driving an Australian designed and built Ford Falcon with the assistance of Ford Motorsport Australia. So it's a long way to come for the race.
A theatre here in strength as well with those Cinquecentos, the 500s. 3 factory cars entered, 800 kilograms and all of 100 brake horsepower. The 111 car is that of the all-lady team. Well, their main rivals in this class, the 1400cc class, is the British Enterprise Racing team with their 2 Mini Coopers. Quite a prestigious duel in 1997. But it helps if you get the engine back in. The Mini Cooper team looking back on 30 years of racing. And they've actually got a big advantage over the Fiats. They got 120 horsepower around the Nordschleife. And the Minis are taking part in a charity drive. There's the German Action Group for Handicapped Children. Get 5 German marks for every lap the Minis complete. In 1996, this initiative gathered about 9,000 marks, and this year they want to exceed 10,000 marks. Plus donations from other teams, so it really is a good cause. Racing for action for handicapped children. Well, still leading after 20 hours, would you believe? Last year's winning car, the number 28 BMW. The M3, and behind the Volvo 850 TS, slowly falling back, although at the moment here passing the Peugeot 109 of Peter Schuller. Not everyone's that high. 142 car here at the moment in 70th place. But try as he might, Christian Abt has not been able to get any closer to the leading BMW. The Volkswagen Motorsport diesel car going like, well, clockwork. In 4th place, the BMW M3 of Belgium, Barney Abt. He's heading at the moment for a place on the podium, if they can take that 3rd away. Michael Dend, Golf GTI, and pit stop time for the Opel Astra GSI of Matthias Rüthlein. They're putting slicks on. Changing drivers, Rüthlein to Hans Grom, and back into the race. There's the Mini Cooper of Joe Weber. They've had to change that cylinder head gasket, as they told us earlier, and they're back into last place now, 29 laps down on the leading BMW. Wolfgang Savelsberg in his Astra GSI, one of 133 cars, which started and still in the race after 20 hours. A pit stop for the number 5 car of Otto Hoffmeier. Drove out and stopped almost immediately. What happened? It's the gearbox, he said. 5th gear's damage, there's no chance to drive on, so we're changing the gears. 20 minutes down. I'm afraid very bad luck for the team. Well, some of the top names way down the order. BMW 320i, George Severish, name we know well from the DTM, in 35th position. But still leading, 1 lap ahead of the rest of the field, Johannes Scheider. And there's second man now, Chris Nissen on board in the 170 Golf Diesel. It has been an exciting race, even when the passing action might be a little bit rare due to the length of the track. 14 miles. If you've ever driven around it, you'll know what it's like. If you haven't, get the chance one day. You pay your money and you can take your road car around on this most fabulous of all circuits in the world. Well, there's Ralph Peter Bonk in his BMW M3, only 6 laps behind. I wonder what he's been doing. Well, pit stop for number 38. And all the time, that 170 car, the Golf Diesel of Chris Nissen & Co, getting closer and closer to the leading BMW. George Severish passes Matthias Rüthlein. He's now 7 laps ahead of the Astra. And amongst others, making up for lost ground after all sorts of problems, in their case a gearbox problem, is Otto Hoffmeier in one of the other factory Golfs. All the time, Mario Mertens staying close to him. No one really wants to speed up at this stage of the race. The final pit stop's coming up, and this is the Scuderia Augustusberg team of Johannes Scheider, refueling for the remaining 2.5 hours. Sabine Reck taking over from Peter Zakowski. Well, you need a lot of luck in this race. He said it's a really tough race, says Zakowski, who of course runs Zach Speed. Did you solve the brake problem? Well, no, not yet, says Peter. Said we've still got problems with the ABS, but we can live with that. Even without ABS, we're still optimistic that we can win. So Peter Zakowski, who we've seen winning, of course, on the Langstrack Pokal races here, the long track cup races. Driving for BMW now in the 24 hours and leading. So the main rival, VW Motorsport, Chris Nissan doing the last turn, and it's an exciting fight towards the finish. Heading for a showdown over the last 2.5 hours. There's the graphics. Standing after 20 hours. We're going to take a short break. Rejoin us to see the outcome. You're on Speedworld with Eurosport, and we're looking at the closing stages of the Nurburgring 24 hours of 1997.